welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 4th with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we had been in a... Actually, not really in a situation, are we? We're actually, we're still doing what we're doing. Pushing out, making ourselves bigger and better, making alliances with random migrating Scottish people who have migrated out of the United Kingdom entirely, so I could just go and backstab them were I not paralysed by the fear of the massive diplomatic consequences that would occur. And yeah, really, that's about where we're up to. Finances are running a bit low for us though, but the Council of Nobles has offered me a tempting cash prize should I take the town of Rennes. I attempted to take this earlier in the campaign and failed miserably. However, I've sent a bigger and better army out now that we are beginning to expand our military recruitment options, and our Cardinal is on a pilgrimage to the moors in order to spread the good word and maybe to curry up some more favour in the College of Cardinals, since everyone's better than me. We also met the Milanese at the end of last episode, and we're going to move on to meeting the Holy Roman Empire. The Milanese are quite well dispositioned to us, and hopefully if the Holy Roman Empire is just as nice, this will give us additional bufferage should hostilities break out with the French, whose motives I have yet to add up. But that is where we are up to. So the plan is that we are going to actually imminently move on to the next turn, and we are going to make our move on Caernarvon and Rennes. And the goal of these is really, we'll take Rennes and occupy it, and we'll take Caernarvon and we'll convert it into a town. Since we can be, it sounds really shit when I say I can let my guard down, but with Caernarvon I don't see need for it to be a castle. A city would be more prosperous for us, since we do need the cash, and since the Scottish are very friendly with us, we can coexist with them for a while. We don't have to kill everything after all. I can get my 45 territories in Europe. Anyway, let us move on to the next turn and observe any going-ons that may occur. Looks like the Spanish are on manoeuvres. Where they're manoeuvring, I do not know. But Prince Rufus has now been betrothed by Claire Rogers. That's quite a common name, but apparently she's a fitting breeding and station, so yeah, get married and have kids. The royal family should not go extinct, otherwise that'd be a bit of an issue. End of turn report, by the way. We're still not doing well anywhere. We're actually pretty much last now in terms of finances and production, so we really need to work on our finances, since we are still running on a deficit, so that needs to change. Coming of age, however, Henry is now of age, so he is ready to do what he needs to do. I mean, maybe one day he'll be heir apparent, but I don't think I can actually set the heir in this game. I can have a look at the family tree, but I think it's actually just by the will of God that it's decided. And Henry, by the way, is currently stationed in Cayenne, so in a way, maybe governorship of Rennes may be a good way to get this guy set up for life. Well, not for life, but, to get him going. So he's there, age 16, and, yeah, there isn't a button to make him the heir. And by the way, Edward Canmore died. Oh. It took me a minute to remember who he was. He was the Prince of Scotland, and now he's died in battle. I hope this, well, to be honest, that's my bullshit claim to the Scottish throne, probably flushed down the toilet. Still, if he was the only son of Mr. what was it, Malcolm, this could be an interesting opportunity. But then again, knowing the old codger, he'll adopt someone new to fill in the gap. Still, that's interesting. I think this actually means we remain a somewhat allied with them. So I'm alright with that, but yeah, that's, yeah. Right, we'll worry about that another day anyway. Anyway, let's have a little look at Henry, the new Sprog. So, he's quite loyal at least, with 5 loyalty points. However, he's iron-fisted, which gives us additional law, but additional dread. And he's also something extravagant, which means it's going to be more expensive for us to build, and it's going to be less tax income. Not exactly what I want in my current financial situation. But his sociality makes him a little bit more popular, and he has a talent for command. So I think this may be someone who may find himself more at home on the battlefield rather than governing a town. Because I'm not really too keen on what I'm seeing, but at the same time, I think having a governor installed in Rennes might be of use to me. Except he isn't even in Caen, he's actually all in up here. So right, Henry, yes. Let's find you something to do. I say for now, you can keep watch over the castle at Nottingham. I'll find you an additional thing to do later. So go on, into the castle with you. There we go, right, he can watch over Nottingham. I mean, castle's probably making shit all in taxes anyway, so... Right, anyway, unit recruitment. Caen has a new unit of levy spearmen, since Caen is the only town I'm permitting to recruit at this time, due to the proximity to the untrustworthy French. And Prince Rufus is married, so hopefully he'll have a kid soon. There'll either be a son who can go to battle, or it'll be a daughter who I can use to maybe marry someone else.
Your Majesty.
And as for you, Mr. Diplomat, continue your path towards the Holy Romans.
Dignitary, sire.
I wish to speak
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sire.
Okay, sire. Okay, I love his voice, by the way. Right, anyway, it's just going to be a 2 siege episode today. It's not actually going to be the longest episode in the world, depending on how long these sieges last. But, yeah, we're going to go for Rennes and Caernarvon. Rennes is the more important town, and it's one I want to avenge myself at. Whereas Caernarvon is just, I'm doing it because I want to. I think we'll do Caernarvon first. I don't know why I'm saying Caernarvon in a somewhat French accent. It's Welsh. So we're like, Caernarvon. That is not Welsh, by the way. That is... I don't even know what fucking accent that is. Hint Scouse. There's also a disturbing lack of Liverpool on this map. Not that I was expecting Liverpool to be represented, but where the fuck is it supposed to be on this map? Anyway, let's just jump in and do what must be done.
Marching to war.
5 ladders, 5 lots of militia spears. We should be able to do this. I hope. Basically, I want to get in the city and use my cavalry to basically bombard and ruin the enemy's shit. So here we go. Captain Morcar against Captain Thomas. Strength ratio is 1-to-1, so this could go either way. Captain Thomas brings, as we've discussed earlier, 3 units of Welsh longbows, 2 units of Welsh spears, and also a unit of peasants. Yeah. The Welsh spears may harry my mailed knight, but at the same time, I need them to bring down the longbowmen. Now, longbowmen don't seem to do too well in melee with an attack of 3 and very, very little defense. Whereas my spear militia should easily outstrip from this area. But then again, spear militia so far, I feel are not a very strong offensive unit. Which is why we are trying to make the shift towards using Billmen. Anyway, let's fight this on the battle map and see how we get on. The plan is, get on those walls as fast as we can, so the longbowmen aren't doing their nasty arrow firing. If we try and spread out our approach as well, it might lower casualties.
Yes, sire. We bring the battle to the enemy.
And who are the rest of the people raised our hearts and eyes to heaven, crying for God to have compassion upon us and to turn away from us the power of the French. We have no general today, so it's just a captain. Who is now just... At least a captain gets to ride on horseback alongside my Vale Knights, which, as we've discussed, are not quite knight. Well, they are knights, actually, but they're not the best knights. But they've packed some decent armour, they've got their lances, and, you know, they've got that spirit to try. So, mailed knights will basically be the big finish for this battle, so we're going to put them at the back. And we're going to have a little look at this map as well, see whereabouts we're going. But for now, knights, you assemble at the back and await further orders. Due to the fact, though, that the enemy is using longbows, I'm going to put you a little further back, just because I just don't want to risk you like getting sniped, because that would be annoying. Right, anyway, let's have a little look at the city we're attacking. So this is Caernarvon Castle. As you can see, the castle is just currently sat on the top, and the plaza is near the front door. We have pretty much a direct approach if we were to attack this wall, but I suspect it'll be littered with archers. I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, these towers are probably used for getting up and down as well. So what I feel would be necessary would be is if we could take some spears to take the peripheral walls as well, so we can capture the towers and also try and spread the enemy thin in terms of firepower. So we're going to have 2 units of levy spears take this wall. We're going to have 1 sneak up on this wall, and we'll have 2 make their play for the gate. That should spread us out quite evenly and hopefully reduce, basically, because what I don't want is like a big bunch of units just getting sniped to death. Even to us, I do feel a little uneasy about taking this place just due to how many longbowmen there are, but we're going to do what we can. Peasant archers could be used as a sacrificial unit though to try and exchange fire with them. However, that involves firing up walls, and I don't trust these guys' accuracy. And we've also seen that their range is actually pretty abysmal for an archer. I think I'll have a use for these guys later on in battle. If we could capture the walls, I may be able to station the peasant archers on the walls and use them to fire at anything trying to wait on the plaza. So for now, I'll have them deploy a little further back and we'll wait, and they can wait for my signal. But for now, let's get these walls and take Caernarvon Castle. Right, the enemy is all over these walls. Naturally, they have also put their spearmen on the walls as well, which is a wise tactic. They are going to really fight their corner for these walls, but I see a vulnerability here. Get these walls here, please. If the enemy doesn't want to scale the walls with their peasants, then that's their issue. Anyway, I do believe that we are being fired at. I'm seeing a few arrows going down. Looks like the enemy's opting for fire arrows. Quite deadly, since I'm using militia spears, who aren't going to have the greatest amount of strength in the world, really, or at least, you know, the greatest amount of morale. So hopefully we can try and tank these and make a push on these archers, because they should go down once they engage in melee combat. But for now, at least it is all archers. All archers. So his spears must be lurking somewhere on the plaza. Actually, we've got 1 unit of spears here. Not sure how much a Welsh spear compares to an English spear, but hopefully an English spear will put much fear in the enemy. And looks like the peasants have rocked up to hold onto their wall. They know what I'm up to. Alright, get yourselves there and prepare to kill a load of peasants. I have also noticed that I think I'm detecting recycled voices from Rome Total War. Not that I'm complaining. Everyone loves Rome Total War. Right, get those ladders up, lads. We don't exactly have time to waste. Come on, get them up. By using the force. Yeah, I swear to God, that was a Rome Total War voice. I heard that one. I think that's when...
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the valour and force of our arms. Heave the ladders.
Provided our arms do have force and valour. Right. Keep climbing, men. Looks like we've got a nice blank spot here as well, so... I think we could try and make a flank on the enemy there. That would be highly ideal for us. Men are wasting no time now getting up there, and we're going to start giving the enemy some hell. Up you go, over the walls, stand on top of the enemy's shoulders for some reason. There we go. Push yourselves in, lads, or just go backwards. Guys, that was fucking pathetic. Right, come on. This is not going how I envisioned it. So luckily I'm getting some up there, but right. Who's break? Oh, God.
Our men have reached the walls with their ladders.
Leave them be. Right, unit who isn't breaking, you should be trying to get yourselves up, but oh God, this is not going well. Alright, it's alright. At least these people here are doing their jobs properly. They're getting up there, they're engaging the enemy, but they are wavering. I need control of those gates. I should have built a ram. That's what I should have done. Why did I think I could take it with walls alone? I was worried that I was going to just get boiling oil to death. I was having flashbacks to Thrones of Britannia, which I've been playing recently, and in that game, boiling oil is just a fact of life. Not doing well on this wall either. Right, come on, lads. Nah, my men are routing. This does not look good on your CV, men. This does not look good on your CV at all. I'll be using you lot again anytime in the future. Right. I don't like where this battle's going at all. But then again, these guys are already up on the walls and engaging. They're only like not routing because they're fighting a unit they can actually beat. But even then, they're fucking wavering. Come on, guys. Right. Note to self. Levy spearmen are complete and total. Well, any spearmen, it seems. Spearmen are just absolute shite. I haven't found their uses yet. They are reforming, however, but I don't feel like I have enough to win this battle now unless we make a concentrated attack on a certain part of wall. Who do I have left? Right, units who I have left, reform here. We might be able to make another play for this one. Alright, maybe better just to retreat, build a ram and come back next turn. Which, in a way, I do have a power of waiting, so... yeah. Alright, get yourselves out of here, lads. I'm going to have to go and get you some reinforcements, aren't I? Because you lot just can't do anything properly. Get out of there. We'll be back. It's alright, trial and error. But we can't make too many errors, otherwise it all goes wrong. Guys, when I say retreat properly. Don't retreat in, like, a direction you're going to make up for yourself. Come on. Get yourselves out of there. These lot, they're dead meat. Right. Welsh have beaten us back this time. Which is... Shizmagiz, really. Oh well. Oh well. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in the abilities of my spearmen. Seriously, guys. Don't think you're becoming a common thing in my army. I'll be seeking to replace you with something better very soon. Mainly the Billmen. They've got anti-cavalry abilities as well as anti-infantry abilities, then... well, why am I not using them? Well, obviously because I can't afford them right now, but we can soon make that happen, can we? Right. Come on, out of here, lads. Get out. Except I'm having that weird thing where the enemy just can't find a way out of battle. But go on, yeah, you found it at last, didn't you,
Our
fucker?
foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
You took your time in discovering that, Chief, but okay. Right. Everyone out of here.
Lord have mercy! We've lost half of our men!
Yeah, half our men have cleared off. Guys, when I say retreat once more, can we retreat in a proper direction, as in away from the castle and away from the many longbowmen who are now actually giving chase? I guess that's something else the AIs learns from Rome. They'll give chase if you start fucking up a siege, which means, yeah, that's why we've got to get out of here. In a way, it might be wiser to lure the enemy into an actual open battle where I probably would have won. We'll have to figure out how we can exploit that. For now, I'd rather you lot just get out of there. We'll regroup, renumber, and then we'll basically come in with a battering ram. Because it looks like you guys just can't do anything properly when trying to take a wall.
Our men have fought long and are becoming... May the Lord Almighty have mercy on us. Our foe's victory could not be greater, and our loss any more.
This was apparently rated as a crushing defeat because my men... actually, we didn't even lose that many. Lost like a third. I think it's because we made fuck all kills, really. Yeah. Men, you did not perform.
Sire, we should retreat. Yes, my lord. Breaking off the siege. We'll make
Alright.
camp here, sire.
You can make camp here, but I'm sending you a better general. Get in there, Henry. You will deal with this yourself. Also,
I've tried, sire.
regroup
Ordered.
these men up
Sire.
together into better
My lord.
numbers as well.
Sire.
We don't have enough to take this city now, I can tell you that. You spear militias will exit the army, or better yet, I'll disband them because I can't afford them, right? I don't want to do more recruitment, but it looks like that's going to have to be the case. But then again, one more unit of levy... well, my recruitment budget today has been spent on levy spears. Fuck's sake, right? Guys, don't do this again. Also, Necton of East Lothian is in the area. What do we know about him?
Perhaps there are ways we can make more money.
He's got 2 more
At your service.
mercantile than me, so I guess I can't buy this guy out. Unless we just, like, agree on a mutual trading thing,
Whose
like...
business shall we take then, sire?
I know, we just wreck his business. So it's 21% to try and seize his assets. I'm not going to try that. I'm not sure how we just make these guys better. Is there anything that's worth more than 9 florins per turn, by the way, in this area? Even if it means putting ourselves close to that loser. Coal's worth 6. I don't think there's anything good trading, any good trading here. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Right, we've had a setback at Caernarvon. Fine. It's the early part of the campaign. Live and learn, live and learn. For now, I'm gonna make my move on Rennes. And this time, Billmen, you're being put to the test, and you lot, I see you spear militia. Don't you go shitting the bed again on me.
I As you wish, sire.
And this time we actually have battering rams as well. Make your assault on the city, please. So this time we're fighting Captain Yves. The balance of power is 4 to 5 in the enemy's favour, which does not always say good things, but Captain Joffrey leads today. What we know about the enemy army is there are 2 units of spear militia, 2 units of crossbowmen, and some mailed knights. Fortunately, their knights are quite depleted, so they should be the biggest threat, and our billmen and spear militia should be able to dispatch them. Crossbowmen could be an issue, which is why we must get in the city quickly and clear a way for the mailed knights to harry them. Peasant archers may also be able to exchange fire with them as well, and keep them busy for a little while. Either way, let's fight this one on the battle map.
Yes, my lord. Preparing the men to attack. Units, await my orders.
Right, let's make our way into this city. So we're back here again, familiar territory. And this is the town of Rennes properly. So, if we attack this gate, we've got a pretty clear angle of attack. We go in, round the corner, plaza done. We can also try and attack this gate here, a little sunken down. But at the same time, it's a relatively simple approach to the plaza, up this street, and we're done. We also have access to this angle here, where there isn't a gate, but there is somewhat access to the plaza. I don't know if men can fit down this alleyway, and to be honest, I have a feeling that it's probably going to be a no. Plus, this area seems a little lacking in its defence. It might be a good idea to place one of our rams here to divert the enemy. But then again, at the same time, I think I would rather not have the billmen carry the rams. The billmen are valuable to me because they're probably not going to be very replaceable, because I assume I can't replace them in this city, since these are actual trained troops. So what I plan to do is, and these are the bill hooks, by the way. I guess that's what they look like. Kind of an axey, speary thing. But yeah, billmen actually don't have any anti-cavalry, by the way. They actually are just effective against armour, but I like to think that they can fight cavalry because, well, it's kind of speary. I guess what it really means is they can probably hold their own against cavalry. Spear militia should also be able to hold their own against cavalry, but this is spear militia we're talking about here, which, as far as I can tell, is the most trash tier unit we've ever had to suffer with. Anyway, spearmen will make the main move on the wall, so we're going to have one of them try and take this wall here, where it's a little wider. We can try and fight the enemy here, and what we're going to do is we'll let the spears deal with the wall, and then once it's done, we'll rush in with the billmen. Archers will move up early though to try and parry with the crossbowmen and keep them busy. And I think I'll stick with standard shots. Actually no, because crossbowmen are armoured. Flaming ammo today, lads. Right. You lot will make a move on this part of the wall here, but then again it's a tower. And I tell you what, make your move over here. The enemy numbers are still more or less the same as mine, so if we make our move here and have a unit of billmen come with you as well, so you lot go there, we should be all set to go. Archers will just do what they need to do. Mailed knights will wait until they have an opening, or I might actually pop them here. Maybe a way to sneak them around and make them do some clever flanking work like we did at York. Either way, let's get into this fight and try and make sure our tactics are a bit more sound this time, rather than just rush at the walls and hope for the best and then realise using spear militia who run away very, very easily. Alright, this wall's quite undefended. Ram, start making your way up. Peasant archers. Should have put you there, ready to deal with spear militia. Right, the enemies looks like they're abandoning the walls. Allow them to do this for now. Spear militia, make your way up there. You can basically 1v1 the spear militia if you want afterwards. I'm not wasting billmen on them. But just get up to where you need to be. I'll have the billmen start moving up as well, so they're ready to rush the city in case the enemy changes its mind about camping on the plaza. Right, you lot as well, you can start moving up if you wish. Have yourselves positioned here. Peasant archers, start moving up. We could try and take on those mailed knights who our spear militia will have to contend with. So if we could try and knock a couple out, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right, how are we doing on the other wall now? How are we doing? Doing absolutely fine. Should be able to take that one relatively easy, provided enough reinforcements turn up. So weakened unit of spear militia against my nearly full strength unit of spear militia. Should hopefully hold out. Right, let's get to work on this wall, lads. Those mailed knights are up to something. Our first few arrows are coursing over. Luckily, we're not really bothering about hitting our own men, and we are burning a few of our knights off. Good. Not good. Oh, careful! Right. Keep it up, archers. I guess it's the issue with using flaming ammo, but it's not very accurate. But needs must. And because I feel like with mailed archers, well, mailed knights, I'm not really going to be hitting them very well. I better not see any burnt bodies here, by the way. If I do, I'm going to be in a bad mood.
My lord, we've breached our enemy's walls.
Okay, archers, hold fire for a sec. Oh, actually, no, archers, I've got a more fun target for you to go for. Get in there. Billmen, make your way in there. Spear militia, form up here, guard this area, and buy time for the Billmen to get in formation. It looks like the enemy's decided to run away from around. Spear militia, I'd rather you get in there and try and chase the enemy down. Get in there and make your move. Cavalry, be ready to enter the city. Alright, so you know what, spearmen, they're just gonna run. Leave them for now. Take control of that street and await further orders. I suspect the enemy's gonna try and flank me because yeah, they're giving up on this area. Spearmen, turn and face, you've got incoming. Billmen, take control of this area, and let's make sure we're all gathered up and we know what we're doing. Archers, position yourselves here and await further orders. I might have a use for you. Looks like the enemy was not going to bother flanking me in the end of the day. Crossbowmen, however, are up to something. I think they're going to target my Billmen. Right, we don't have time to waste, then. We need to jump on those guys. Right, Billmen, if there's crossbowmen incoming, they need to be dealt with quite early on. I trust this to you. You should be capable of knocking them out. Spearmen, hold this flank and prepare for anything else coming. Got these spearmen moving and just trying to apply a little bit of pressure to them. Billmen, you also come in there. We'll need you on this one. I know that oh, actually, no, looks like crossbowmen can just fire straight up the benches. I thought crossbowmen would only be able to fly straight forwards because of the way crossbow bolts fly. They're kind of very straight, but okay. Anyway, I've got a hell of a long of a reload.
The Lord is with us today. We've captured the enemy's walls.
Right, guys, just brace because I don't really want to throw you in there and go for the Billmen. Of course, I'd go for the Billmen. They are going to target the most valuable unit and the one that's armed, aren't they? Alright, Billmen, just tank it out for now. Just tank it out is all I'm going to say to you. Still want to hold this area because I can't work out the motives of those knights. My mailed knight, get in there and prepare to flank the enemy. Right. Enemy's starting to retreat. Billmen, we need to go strongest foot forward. So I want you lot to make your way up and prepare to capture. I trust this task to my stronger units rather than my weak units. But peasant archers, if you could also get yourselves in here, we may be able to rain a few volleys upon the enemy as well. However, saying that, I don't want to just sit around and just volley all day because the enemy has plenty of crossbowmen, which they're going to use against me, so it's not really worth me just watching all my men die while I just basically do the same thing to them, especially when they basically have a superior missile unit to me. So, right, knights, get yourselves up there and prepare to cause some chaos. Spearmen, I want you to try and take control of that street, and then we can control this area. Spearmen, I want you to defend this street just in case our Billmen don't quite do it and they rout. I have to be prepared for a potential rout, which could happen because right now we are getting bombarded by crossbow bolts. Knights, I need you to pick up the pace. I want you there and I want you there now. Right, Billmen, get in there and bring down those crossbowmen. Don't let them get any more volleys out because all they're doing is they are demolishing your numbers. So get in there and bloody axe them down. There we go, right. My morale is not doing well already, which is already of a massive concern. But we are starting to cut into their formation. Right, you lot, get around, pull around.
Changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Well, defeat will be certain if my men are engaging as, you know, they got, come on, heartily engage the enemy. There we go, get in there, get in their formation, disrupt it, stop them from firing additional volleys. Right, spears, let's get you up here. Billmen aren't quite doing as well as I want them to be doing. I've got them in the battle now at long last. But, yeah, I think they're getting people into it. People don't seem to just run into battle anymore. I guess that's just a bygone tradition, right? Knights, it's going to be a bit touch and go of you because there's still a presence of spears, but if we could try and
Only
break...
intervention by the Almighty or a military genius can bring us victory from this.
I'm not a military genius, but the almighty knights might just be able to break this one up for you. Right, knights, get in there and break this enemy down. There we go, right. Now pull out
For the
quickly.
moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Good, right. It's touch and go with the mailed knights, however, just because of the presence of the enemy. But it looks like we're luring out the enemy mailed knights as well into a fight. Either way, we need to make sure we're not having enemy counter units engaging units that, you know, they do well against. Spearmen, join the fight. Try and target the mailed knights if you can, however. Right, Spear Militia, get in there and help out. Billmen, how are we doing? We're doing better now. We're actually getting some kills, so I'm losing quite a lot
Our
at
men are
the
winning
same
the battle.
time.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Got my knights in position and waiting, but right now, I know that Spear Militia... Ooh, wow, that was a good shot. I know that while Spear Militia are absolute shite, I still don't feel comfortable charging you know, basically one that's braced. That would only go badly for us. Right. Billmen, I'm seeing people volleying. Can we make sure they're not volleying anymore? We need to be in there and we need to be stabbing them and forcing them to engage in us in a melee situation. Knights, pull yourselves back. The enemy's got their eyes on you and they want to play. Take them for a run around if you like. Spear Militia, try and get in the back of them. If we can try and engage them on their flank, I can maybe bring the cavalry in to decisively end them. Don't get distracted, lads. Excellent. Right. Knights, get in and smack them in the back, please. Right. How are we doing over here? We're pushing into the city. We might just take this one, right. Knights could be going a little faster, by the way, but they're choosing not to. I don't quite know why, but yeah, I will say the combat feels a little less fluid than it did in Rome. In Rome, when you tell units to charge, you just fucking charge. Here, everyone seems to be on a bit of a go slow day. Right. I've got the knights engaged, but they're not going to win against those spears, so... Let's see, I don't know. Their morale's quite low, though. We don't seem to have a readout on their stamina, which I guess kind of makes sense. I mean... We shouldn't really be able to psychically sense how tired these guys are. Right, Billmen, give him a hand, please.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Good, but I feel like mine's getting... Yeah, well, actually I've only lost 27%. So I haven't lost too many, but... Then again, I haven't set a lot into... I kind of have lost a lot of men. Oh, well, early days. I'm still playing with the weaker units. Soon we'll have the strong units. If I tried to get the knights to bowl in for another charge, and they didn't really quite do it. Might have been better if you got your lances out, lads, but alright. Maybe it's like alt attack or something to get... Guys, is there a button for you to get out the old Lanceroonies, or are you just, like, stupid? Alright. Knights, get yourselves out of there.
By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Good, but Knights, I want you to retreat a little bit, because you're starting to hemorrhage your numbers. Right, units, move in for the finisher. I wanted to use my peasant archers, but it's not going to happen today. Right. Knights, hold your position and await further orders. At least their stamina's still doing really great. Right, Billmen should be finishing off those crossbowmen, I hope. I need these spear militia gone so I can try and get my knights to help out, really. Knights, give it another go. I don't really like using you in this situation, but I feel like needs must. Just because it's still relatively tight. We could still lose if everything goes wrong still. Right, how are we doing over here? Crossbowmen, yeah, they're just about out of the count. They're no longer just fighting us, well, no longer shooting at us at least. Right, Knights, you gotta get your kills quickly. I can't. If I'm seeing you dying, then I'm not holding out. What's Rout built some of our Billmen, bro? The numbers are sufficiently low. But right, Knights, try and push through these spears. And you spears, can you maybe not be distracted? Maybe help out. I'm gonna have the Knights try and force their way through and deal with the crossbowmen. Spears, can you provide some cover, please? Come on, lads. You gotta listen to your general. Otherwise, if you don't listen, that's how we start having losses.
By St. George, our men have taken control of the city.
Excellent news. Right, let's keep control of the city now. Kill any French scumbag you find, even though a lot of you actually are probably French, but you know what I mean. We're Normans. We're better than them. Right. Nearly got them down. Knights, come in for one last big charge. And get your friggin' lances out as well. Oh, but not are they? Yeah, you guys don't really hit with a lot of impact, which is the slightly frustrating thing with you, but okay. Right, how are you Billmen doing now? Doing alright. These guys aren't the best infantry in the world, but I will say they are a step above militia spears. Still, I think we need to try and change up the way we're commanding our armies, because the combat here be a bit slower than he thinks. Right, who's left? Who's left alive? The enemy must be eliminated at this point. What is left? One measly crossbowman. Right, kill him. He's trying to matrix away from your spear. Come on, who's going to get the final kill? Don't let him get killed. Come on, lads. He's just trying to slightly elbow you. Right, yes, thank you. Good shot, lad.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I don't think they will. They'll just think, oh, wow, he finally managed to not tit up the entire battle. Right. Well done, lads. You got victory. Bit of a cost for... But either way, Brittany belongs to us now, so that's a good enough thing for me. How did my Billmen do, by the way? They sustained a lot of casualties. They managed to inflict 74 casualties each, though. So... They didn't do too bad, but then oh wait, they were basically outperformed by spear militia. Ouch. And the spear militia actually did break. Right. I think we've got to get smarter with our Billmen. Or these smarter with these sieges. So well, we're still learning. Anyway. Battle of Rennes in 1096 AD is a British, well, sorry, an English victory. We're not British yet, but yeah. But we do own a place where the people call themselves Bretons. Right. Take control of the...
The day is ours, sire.
Yeah, thank you. We now own Brittany.
This is
Rennes
English
region.
soil now.
English soil, and we got a lot of money, right? Occupy the city. We don't want the people getting narky at us, but yeah, thank you. We have satisfied the Council of Nobles today, and the enemy army has routed away, right? Cool. What can we do with Rennes then? Well, first and foremost, let's get it off auto management, get the walls repaired before the French turn up for some reason. And let's get some income coming. We're going to work on a grain exchange. There's no recruitment going on here though, so a town watch is actually going to be very necessary. Well, it only gives access to town militia, which isn't really that great. Merge up the militia spears, merge up the Billmen. And some of them, right. The 6 Billmen who are left will return to Caen for retraining, as will the male knights, please.
As you wish.
It looks like there's another French army on the move. I was hoping it would just
March
randomly
to
disband and
exhaustion,
become
sire.
rebels again,
Continuing later.
but... Okay. Alright, so that's where we're going to leave it for today. We're going to admin this turn on the next episode, but yeah. So, what did we learn today? Well, we learned that Spear Militia actually are a very good unit. We also learned that I'm not a very good general. I'm kidding. I am a competent general, just one who needs to really get used to Medieval 2's combat systems again. Things ain't quite the same as they were in Rome, me lad. But, you know what? We've made mistakes, we're going to learn from them. What we're going to do is have less Spear Militia, try and replace them with Billmen, but then again, Billmen aren't as great, so maybe we need to try and aim for the next level of Billman, which would be... Ooh, I don't think we have access to the next infantry building yet. Well, maybe we'll have a look at that building browser. Like the barracks. So yeah, what's the next level? The actual barracks, which we'll get when we upgrade this to a fortress. We would get access to, well, quite a few things actually. We'd actually get access to armoured swordsmen as well. But we'd get access to more billmen. Alright, what about if we go for the armoury? We get heavy billmen actually, so yeah. But then again, if we try and get this up to a fortress, armoured swordsmen are probably going to be a highly competent unit which can deal a lot of damage. Oh well, we'll see what we can do on the next episode anyway. And just keep trying to improve our recruitment options. I think that's what I feel needs to be done. And
Yes,
Aston, do you want to just make your move?
Godspeed.
Keep moving
Continuing
around.
once I have rested.
Keep saying hello to the Spanish and keep heading to where I think
I am
there
spent,
may be
sire.
Muslims.
I shall continue tomorrow.
Anyway. Oh, by the way, that's a Masij bin Hajj.
Shubadak, I have many fine wares.
Shubadak. I like that word.
Gods.
He can't do anything to him, but he couldn't, like, convert him or something. Oh, well, whatever. Right, anyway, that is where we're calling it an episode for real now. And on the next episode, we'll move on to turn 10. Have a little look and see how we're doing so far. Try and work out whatever the hell the Scottish are doing. And make another go at Caernarvon. But I do feel that reinforcements may need to be sent up from London.
Sire.
Dispatch
Orders.
3 additional
Sire.
spear militia who I've been bad-mouthing for the past few minutes, but we kind of need them up there. Get them moving.
Yes, sire.
We'll take Caernarvon properly this time.
We'll make camp here, sire.
See you on the next episode, my friends.